presence. Now one together. What is vibing, you beautiful being watching right now? This topic is going to be about betterment versus clarity. And what does it even mean? And should you pick both? Should you pick one or should you pick none? So, let's first look at it in terms of betterment. What does it mean to be better? It's a phrase or word that's used so often. Things will get better. I want to feel better. I expected better from you. You better not do that. You better do this. Better. It's almost like a tongue twister. But it's so loosely used, and I've started to realize how a lot of the words we use are subconsciously preconditioned by society, and us not being aware about it leads to a further entanglement, further attachment. Attachment usually leads to entanglement, so attachment which then leads to entanglement with this present moment, really, because that's all that you ever have and all that you'll ever have. So betterment, or better, what does it mean? I'll give you a quick second, right? So usually let's use this phrase. I want to get better. This could apply to career, family, job, physical, mental, spiritual, anything, right? So however that relates to you and however you interpret that statement, I want to be better. What does that mean to you? We'll take a quick pause so you could comment that down below, what that means to you. So for instance, let's just say you want to get better grades. So I want to be a better student. So you can comment that down below. So whatever that means to you, just comment that down right now. Okay, now that you've either just taken a presence breath with me or you've commented something down below, I want you to take another quick second to realize what you commented or even said to yourself. What does it mean to be better? What does that mean? You see, the way I view it, let's just break it down, right? So, for instance, I'm still studying computer science at UT and don't have the quote-unquote best of grades. So let's just say the goal is to be a better computer science student. Okay, so I made that statement. I want to be a better computer science student. So, what does that mean? So let's just say I have a B in my class, and in order to get to that better level, I need an A, or an A would help with that. You see, even the word need is so unconsciously thrown around. It's a necessity thing, right? So these aren't things that are needs. So that's where I've been iterating over even the words that I say, trying to be as intentional or conscious really of what I say. So yes, have a B, conscious capture. I was about to say need. Would require, I guess, would require an A to be a better CS student. So, I have a B, and The A is what is going to help with being a better student. So if I were to literally break it down, it's in that specific example, it's I have a B right now and I want to get an A. I need to go from a B to an A. Literally saying that I want to be a better computer science student, which is over here. That translation is I want to go from a B student to an A student. Right? So, also I do those just in case you haven't not already. Usually wear glasses. I'm not wearing anything right now, so just to make sure it's recording and so on. So anyways, that's why you saw that close-up of my eye. So that's that. Now let's just say there's another example. You want to get better at basketball. So let's just say your shooting percentage is 90%. But in order to be better, or in order to be better, you will have to have a 95%. So let's break that out. Let's break that down again. You're right here, 90%. Need to get to 95%. So I need to be a better basketball player, or I want to be a better basketball player, is translated into I want to go from being 90% to 95%. To go from here to here. And that's just a translation example. Really, if you just keep viewing these examples, and would love to have you experience and kind of practice this on your own with things that you say very unconsciously about being better. Go through that yourself and break it down. What does it mean to be better? And what I've realized is that it really just means that you want to be in a place that is not here in the now. Now, that doesn't mean that I guess I'm iterating through it right now as I even express it. To keep it simple, what I've realized is that you basically want something to be the way you want it to be. That's literally what better means. Because literally, let's just say someone was taller. I'm making this example up just for the sake of example and analogy and proving the point. Or getting across the point. Let's just say you're taller, but for whatever reason, there's a way you live in this world where it's possible to shrink and you want to get shorter. So for you to get shorter would be better. But then for someone else, in let's say the standard world, they're short, they want to get taller, so now they want to get better. But it's the opposite. So it's not even about necessarily the end destination. It's all about realizing that you want something to be a certain way, and it's not that way right now. You see, when you literally say it that way, at least that's what I've realized. So maybe it's resonating with you, maybe it's not. It's okay if it's not, but if you were to rephrase whenever you say something about I want it to be better, or I'm going to be better, or whatever it might be, it really just goes to show, or when you translate it into I want this to be a certain way, it will help you realize that you actually have so much more control over it, and it's in your hands, literally hands, to get there from that point A to point B. I want to get to point B, where it says I want to just get better. It's so vague. It's such a general statement. It's really kind of meaningless, to be honest. It's like you make this blanket statement about improvement in a way, but without a concrete goal. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use the word, but I just really am recommending using it more consciously. It's really the core. And I do want to do a special shout out to the brother Kasoon. He and I were actually having this conversation. I had this pop and then I shared it to him, and then he really resonated with it, and he kind of, I guess, took this in terms of making this more of a creative pursuit. He does amazing videography stuff. Definitely check him out. He's a brother, Kasoon Ragama is his full name, but yeah, so he made this whole video, I think, on clarity versus betterment. So it's definitely along those lines. But yeah, I just want to shout him out because we've talked about this all the time. And so to keep it simple, it's very simple. Very simple. Realize this. When you say you want something to be better, you realize that you want it to be something that is not the way it is right now, but you just want it to be you just want it to be a certain way. To keep it simple, you want something to be a certain way and it's not that way right now. And it's all about the conscious action, right? The steps that you take. So it's not that way. I'm at point A, I want to get to point B. I want to get to point B versus saying, I just want to get better, right? Allowing for that clarity. I just realized I didn't even talk too much about clarity. Honestly, that might come from another video. I will make a whole nother video on clarity. Yeah. But I guess a quick teaser for that would be, it's all about realizing, not necessarily creating this abstract concept of getting from point A to some point, because you're not even saying what it is when you say better, but it's all about being clear. I mean, that's what awareness is and consciousness is, just being aware, clear about what you really want and what is right now and what isn't right now. Be clear. Just be, and then be clear. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you taking the time. Make it a great day. Take it joyfully. Presence. One together. Stay conscious. Ecstasy. Would actually love to hear what you're grateful for and what you learned from the video in the comments down below. Ecstasy.